Atlanta with some of the toughest challenge around.
Yeah.
But let's get into our matchup here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Patrick and we've got Fletcher. And I think it's best to start with the veteran, talking about the veteran team before we get into the rookie, so to speak. Patrick is, he's very good.
I'd say so.
I'd say he's very good.
What he get at the MSS? What, second?
I believe he did get second at the MSS.
Yeah, he did.
I believe he lost to Brady.
I think he actually lost to Riley Factura. So
honestly, we got two of the greatest VGC players in our backyard in Riley and Brady.
So let's look at his team right up there. We got Furgraf with a Citrus Berry, Psychic, Dazzling Gleam, Help You Hand, Trick Room. Pretty standard stuff. We got Ursaluna Blood Moon.
This is our first time seeing Ursaluna on stream today.
Yep.
And honestly, Ursaluna Blood Moon, we all know. You hit Terra Normal, you hit the Hyper Voice in Trick Room, or you just hit Blood Moon and hit it's just a funny button. You just hit a funny button.
It's definitely a click button and you.
But we also see that Patrick, much like our round one player in I believe it was Chris, right? That had the Terrastellar Chen Pao.
I believe it was Chris.
We have another Terrastellar Chen Pao, but it's the Icicle Crash Chen Pao, not the Ice Spinner. And
damage for the risk of a miss, but
let's talk about the rookie. Let's talk about Fletcher Dean.
Let's talk about the coming up guy. We got Qian Pao Dragonite, some basic stuff going in there. We have a Covert Cloak Urshifu.
That is something that you almost never see. A Covert Cloak Urshifu Rapid Strike is normally the Mystic Water, or it's the Choice Scarf, or the Choice Band, so to speak.
Occasionally.
In stuff like, maybe like a Draft League or something like that, you'll throw like a random item on there. Maybe like a Wakan Berry or a Rindo Berry or something like that.
Possibly it could be paired next to the Qian Pao and like the Terra Ghost and just like completely prevent a fake out in general, or even just next to the Dragonite. And, I think Fletcher's just run into a lot of fake out and has just not liked it very much.
Which is a very understandable situation here. But honestly, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be very fun. We got a veteran. We've got a rookie. Could the rookie pull off the upset in round number 3, Landon?
Honestly, that's cool to see. I'm friends with Patrick, but I'd like to see the rookie pull it out.
I would like to see the rookie pull it out too. Again, we're not showing any favoritism here, but we can't show favoritism here. But we know how these trainers are. One of these guys is going to go to 2-1. We're getting into round number 3. Fletcher leads out with the Chen Pao and the Urshifu Rapid Strike.
Just like I said.
Exactly what you said. And on Patrick's side, he leads the Amoonguss and the Farigiraf, which is pretty good for Patrick in this situation.
This is a very good start for Patrick, honestly. The leads are very nice. The Rage Powder is just
the Rage Powder comes out here. What did Chen Pao go for? It goes for the Icicle Crash. This is going to be a super effective hit into the Amoonguss, and it's not enough to KO.
The Surging Strikes, that's going to be some damage onto that Urshifu because of the fact that this Amoonguss is holding the Rocky Helmet item.
So it takes 2 Rocky Helmet damages while Amoonguss goes down here. But that kind of plays into Patrick's hand here because this Farigiraf
is going
it's a bulky Pokemon here. What if we're that Trick Room?
Went for that Trick Room.
It's going for the Trick Room.
Oh, wow.
That is really big for Patrick Connors here, ladies and gentlemen, because now in comes the Blood Moon Ursaluna.
Yep.
And with the Chen Pao having the Focus Sash, it can take 1 hit. However,
there's a Dazzling Gleam coming from that.
The Farigiraf does have a chance for Dazzling Gleam here, and Ursaluna's ability, Mind's Eye. If Chen Pao goes for that Terra Ghost,
it's still going to hit it.
It's still going to get hit by that normal type.
Hit.
That is an amazing ability by Ursaluna.
Ursaluna is just in a really solid spot going into this.
As you do see, Patrick Connors has pulled out his Terra Orb from his Scarlet and Violet DLC suit, mind you, and has activated Ursaluna and given Ursaluna that nice little ring on, but instead of it's on its claw, it's on its head for the normal type.
If you like to put a ring on it, and that's what Patrick's doing right now.
And just clicking the Hyper
Straight
Voice
down to the Focus Sash. Wow, this is not a good lead for Fletcher, but Patrick's making a really solid start into this game 1.
We do see the Dazzling Gleam come out on Patrick's side. Fletcher is automatically down his Urshifu Rapid Strike and his Chen Pao right off the bat.
I mean, wow, that's just this is just super unfortunate start for Fletcher, but you know, it could really give solid information into that game one, and but potentially he could still pull it out if it makes the right moves.
We do see Dragonite and Incineroar are the two Pokemon in the back of Fletcher Dean, but now it remains to be seen what is going to happen here because Dragonite and Incineroar, they're not slower than this Ursaluna, and is it going for that Terra Normal Life Orb boosted Blood Moon? The Blood Moon comes out and Dragonite goes down.
KO.
One hit knockout on that Dragonite.
Wow. I mean, wow. Ursaluna Blood Moon is good for a reason.
And we see the Incineroar gets hit by a critical hit single target dazzling, but the knockoff comes out and it does decent damage into the Ursaluna, losing the Life Orb in the process. However, this Ursaluna is basically set up here as Fletcher realizes it and just concedes game number one. Ursaluna Blood Moon in Trick Room.
It's good.
It is as scary good as when we first encountered it in Kitakami alongside Para.
Oh, yeah.
Just seeing that eerily fog, that eerie mist, and then next thing you know, you see this big hulking bear just coming out, and it came out. It is hunting for the honey. It's hunting for the Pokemon. I'm not going to go into a movie reference on that one, even though it kind of is going in that horror genre.
Yep.
Because it's just so good. Ursaluna Blood Moon in Trick Room is so good, especially if you do not have a counter for it.
I think Fletcher's gonna have a struggle because he needs to find a way to just prevent that Trick Room from happening. But that's just gonna be a problem in general right now.
You are exactly right there, Landon, because I honestly don't. I'm trying to figure out how Fletcher's going to be able to force a game number 3 here, because with that Trick Room, it is just too powerful.
It really is. It's such a solid Pokemon. It's just like Ursaluna is just so good.
Yeah, Ursaluna is very good. It remains to be seen. Like, can Fletcher be able to force a game number 3 here and take a game off of a very stapled veteran here in the Florida VGC community? We're about to get into game number 2 here as we see Fletcher changing it up, leading Chien-Pao and Dragonite.
I mean, that is a very solid core archetype going into a game. Chien-Pao Dragonite, it's known to be a good core for a reason.
As we see Amoonguss being switched out here on the side of Patrick Connors, and in comes the Rank Master. That is the Farigiraf.
The Farigiraf coming in. I mean, we saw how good the Farigiraf was last time. Perhaps anticipating the extreme speed and sucker punches.
And we see a Terra Water
Urshifu.
Urshifu has fully embraced its mastery of water and has become a Terra Water as the Surging Strike.
No priority moves coming from Fletcher's side. He made that nice call.
And Chien-Pao taking good damage here. It might be close on the Surging Strikes.
No,
that's not enough.
That's a knockout.
Surging Strikes does enough to knock it out. That
now,
Terra Water.
What does this Dragonite lock into? And now
Dragonite locks itself into Aerial Ace. Banded Aerial Ace. That does big
That does a
damage
lot of damage.
into the Urshifu.
That would have been a one-hit KO if not for the Terra.
That is a big play on the side of Fletcher D, not going and clicking the extreme speed and being locked into a move that he can't use.
That is true.
And basically losing a Pokemon. I think that's a good sacrifice for Fletcher right there.
Yep. Oh, when he's bringing out Tornadus, he's going to potentially get some speed control in here. But Patrick still has some nice reverse speed control going on. That could, you know, be a little bit of a hindrance, to say the least.
I think you're right there because Fletcher right now, he kind of is on a little bit of a back foot. However, Urshifu might be able to go for something like a Surging Strikes into the Tornadus here. We do see Surging Strikes come out
onto the Dragonite.
Ooh, this is very interesting. Doing good.
Potentially just seeing that Dragonite might be a threat going forward.
And it doesn't do 50% health. Dragonite is still above 50% after the Terra Water Surging Strikes. Bleak Wind Storm comes out, hits both Pokemon.
Takes out
the Urshifu.
Now, how much does this Aerial Ace do to the Farigiraf? Because this is crucial. If it takes it out,
It does
it does
not.
not.
And
Wow.
Farigarav gets the Citrus Berry recovery here.
And
bringing
if that's a Trick Room coming in and then followed by a Blood Moon, oh, we might just see a repeat.
Oh my, the Trick Room has come out here on the Farigarav, and now Patrick's side is the slowest Pokemon on the field, which means they'll go first. And in comes Amoonguss. This is very interesting.
Yeah,
because this
honestly-
Dragonite is locked into into Aerial Ace.
Yeah, I would have expected, honestly, the. I mean, you know what I was expecting. I was expecting the Blood Moon to eventually come in, but we see the Spore go into that Tornadus to prevent any Bleak Wind Storms coming out because I mean, we're not worried of Tailwind right now.
We see a Dazzling come out. It's not doing much damage on track. I mean, it's doing enough. The Aerial Ace comes out, and it's not enough. Choice Banded Aerial Ace doesn't knock out that Amoonguss.
This Amoonguss is just, it's such a vital piece for Patrick right now. It's been doing so good for him this game 1 and this game 2.
But the most important thing to note here, ladies and gentlemen, is that Tornadus took its 1 guaranteed turn of sleep. So Amoonguss could potentially go down if for some reason a 1-turn wake up. We do not see a wake up here as Tornadus stays asleep, taking 2 turns of sleep. A Pollen Puff coming out on the side of Amoonguss, and Farigarav is getting 50% of its health restored as a Dazzling Gleam comes out and takes down the Dragonite.
I mean, yeah, you gotta take out the threats while you can. It's like this Dragonite. It was like putting a lot of force out onto the field, and now we see the Urshifu come out. And so we saw last turn the Tornadus moved first. So I think that might have been a Rain Dance, possibly to help that Urshifu.
It's a very possible situation here. We do see
Tornadus wakes up.
And it goes for Protect.
Oh.
Ooh, that is an interesting call right there.
And Detect. Oh, possibly stalling out that Trick Room.
That's a good play right there. Getting that Protect off and being able to stall out 1 crucial turn of Trick Room left. I'm not even sure how many Trick Room turns are left. I think there's maybe like 2 or 1.
Exactly. And so stalling out Trick Room is kind of important for Fletcher right now.
But now what's important to note here is that Fletcher still has his Terra activated. He still has a chance there. And his Urshifu is water type just like Patrick's is.
And we do see a Terra coming out on, I believe this is just guaranteed to come from Fletcher's side, right? Yep.
And the Urshifu also, much like Patrick's, is showing a mastery over the water and becoming a Terra Water.
Yep, Terra Water, possibly one of the best Terra types on an Urshifu. And
we see the Spore come out on the Tornadus' side. So Tornadus will take that 1 guaranteed turn of sleep. Here comes the Psychic into the Urshifu, doing just under 50% here, but in comes the Terra Water Surging Strikes.
Ooh, that's not doing too much damage.
That is going to be close. I'm curious about the decision here, and it's just barely not enough. It comes down to these Trick Room turns here. The Tornadus takes its 1 guaranteed turn of sleep again, but the Twisted Dimension return to normal. That is big.
That is huge for Fletcher, and honestly, there still could be a chance for him.
There is a chance that Tornadus wakes up here, Landon, and if Tornadus wakes up here, it's got Bleak Wind Storm. In comes the Rage Powder.
Now, if the Tornadus wakes up, I think this could honestly be a game for Fletcher.
The Tornadus stays asleep. That is unfortunate.
That's crucial.
But the Surging Strikes comes out onto the Amoonguss, and it doesn't even do enough. So now Urshifu is taking damage.
Is going to stack up. That's super unfortunate for Fletcher right now.
That is very unfortunate for Fletcher because by Tornadus not waking up that turn, it couldn't go for something like a Bleak Wind Storm. Maybe
if it woke up that turn, if it got that coin flip with the 50% chance, Fletcher, I think he would have won. I do think he would have won that game.
It's very possible here because now Urshifu goes down. It is a Tornadus that is asleep versus a Farigarav, and I don't even know what the last Pokemon is, but it's a Chien-Pao in the back for Patrick Connors.
That doesn't look good.
That is unfortunate for Fletcher because that was an amazing battle that he just did in game number 2.
It's just, gosh, the battle was canceled. Fletcher sees that he lost the game, and he forfeits. I mean, great plays from both players.
It was an amazing battle by.
Great, fantastic.
I mean, Patrick, as a veteran, is showing his craftiness by being able to play Trick Room in the first game and then just not even bringing Trick Room until the middle of the battle. First game, he puts it off right on turn 1. He says, take this Trick Room, let's see how you handle it. But in game number 2, he waits until the right possible moment
There was
to click Trick Room.
There was a lot of switch ups from Patrick in that game too for me. Because honestly, personally, if I was in Patrick's position, I would go for the exact same thing I did game 1. But he just switched up his strategy completely going into that game 2.
Exactly. Like, Patrick decided, I don't necessarily have to bring Ursaluna in game number 2. I think I can just let it sit on the bench for this game because, honestly, there was nothing that Fletcher could do to work around the Amoonguss. That Amoonguss was, once again, much like Wolves last week at Orlando, Amoonguss the MVP.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy when Amoonguss are the MVP. Moonguy, if you will. Moonguy are the MVP.
That's a good reference there.
That's good for so.
And also, I don't know if you noticed it on Patrick's side. I did a quick little Google search about this. Patrick's team was nicknamed after "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" by Elton John.
Is it actually?
Yes. Can you feel the love tonight?
That's fantastic.
That was actually a really good reference by Patrick to a very good song by one of the best musicians of pretty much the last 50 years.
Pretty much.
Yeah, just about.
Now,
of course, I mean, I'm a Billy Joel guy. I mean, you know, you gotta love the Piano Man. Gotta love Piano Man.
Sing us a song.
If I do, we'll get taken off the air.
I can't.
If I try to sing a song, we're gonna be taken off the air.
Yeah.
Maybe another time.
Maybe
Another time I'll do a song and a dance. You know, get a little top hat and a cane. You know, do a little do a little
this.
Yeah, you know, do a little song and dance like Brian and Stewie. You know, when they had to get the helicopter, they do the song and dance, and then. Even when they did it in Germany, you know, go from there, and then Mord's like, "Damn it, will you two just get in the bleeping time machine?"
All right, well, this was a great round 3, and we're about to go on a break, and we'll see you guys for round 4.